Hello, my name is Juliana Imam. I'm a legal practitioner. I specialize in intellectual property, entertainment law, sports law, music business. I'm a singer and songwriter. Today is my 7th class and I'll be treating how to collect your music royalties globally. And I'll be talking about collecting societies and PRO. This is the 2nd class of it. I treated the first part of it yesterday and I'm continuing it today. I hope you enjoyed the last class. If you did, I would like to see your thumbs up. I would like to see you like it, share it, tag your friends. Also comment if you understood, or if you have questions, you can also put it down. Also, I would like you to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Juliana Imam. And if you cannot wait for my classes and you need clarification on certain things and you need private consultation, to book me you can call 08101659515. So continuing on collective societies, I explained that collective societies can be called different things in different places, and I mentioned what they actually call them in several places. Now, collective societies are societies that are empowered by the governments of certain countries to collect royalties on behalf of their members. So in Nigeria, we have the collective society that is in charge of collecting monies on behalf of singers, on behalf of artists. And so if you're a singer and you're not registered, that means your money is actually going and you're not collecting it, because they pay yearly in Nigeria, but you might not be aware, or you might be aware. Also, I've heard that some people actually worried about signing up to them, that they collect their money and all that, and they're not interested in someone else collecting their money. Now, if you don't sign to those people that help you collect your money, at the end of the year, you are left with only what you're able to sell from your CD or from other places, and you lose out of that because they share it and give it to others. But if you sign, no matter how small, even if it's 10,000 naira, it's something that is an addition to what you have. You might just use it to buy fuel or gas, or you might use it to do something little, and that has been able to add to your income. And so I encourage everyone in Nigeria to register to the collective society in Nigeria. Then also, it's actually advisable for singers to look beyond their locality. And so if you're looking beyond your locality or your country, then it's good for you to register to be a member of a collective society outside your country. And for me, I'm actually registered to a collective society that's outside Nigeria, and so I'll be registered to a collective society in Nigeria and another one outside Nigeria, so that wherever my song is used or played or monetized or wherever is happening, I can easily have access to my funds. And so I encourage everyone that is a singer, or you have something to do with music, or you have a record label, to ensure that you are a member of the collective society in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, so that you can maximally enjoy your royalties, and that's your money. So that's a collective society. Collective societies, copyright collective societies, all these are the same. PROs, when you hear them, they are the same. And so I'll be talking about the collective societies that are in Europe, if you want to register there, and how it's actually done. So in Europe, they require their members to register exclusively, to register all their admin rights exclusively. And this is when you register with them, that's it, as in you just register with them. And there are about 25 collective societies out of 27 countries in the European Union, and each of them act as collective societies for that country. So in distributing or determining royalties, the use of DJ monitor, which also tracks fingerprints, is used. Now I'll explain what I just read out now. The thing is, for them to know how many times your song was being played, they use a particular software called DJ Monitor. Now, if you're actually planning to register your songs abroad, when you put your song and you encode your songs, they have a particular fingerprint, and so it's easy for them to track your songs. But in Nigeria, from the inquiries I made, they don't actually have it in Nigeria, and so they cannot track how many times they played your song in Nigeria. So they just give a blanket license, people pay, and then they share it between people that are members of the collective societies in Nigeria. But outside Nigeria, when your songs are encoded and they have their particular fingerprints, it's easy for them to track how many times your song is played on radio stations or in any other satellite station or cable network, to find out how many times they played your song, and this will enable them to give you the money that is due to you. So in European countries, they use DJ Monitor to track how many times your song is being played. One of the topics I'll be treating soon is how to encode your songs, and so this encoding is actually what will help them in tracking your song. So I'll be talking about how to encode it, and if you also want to learn further about how to encode your songs, you come for my workshop in Abuja on the 8th of September to learn how to encode your songs. To come for that workshop, you send a text message to 08101659515, and I'll get in touch with you on how to attend. The capacity to the membership to attend is very limited, so if you're interested, I would like you to quickly send a message to me. Also, if you understand what I've said so far, I would like you to hit the like button, share with your friends, tag and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Now, they pay publishers directly for mechanical royalties rather than paying a third party. Now, in Europe, they pay directly. So this is a collective society. I made a differentiation yesterday. A collective society actually pays both mechanical royalties, public performance, they pay everything together to the person that has it. But in the US, the PROs are different, and the society in charge of taking mechanical royalty is different, and so they pay separately. But in the UK, that's in European unions, they pay together. Now I'll be giving examples of European unions. Some of them are ALCS, author licensing and collecting societies. We also have ACS, artist collecting societies. We have CLA, copyright licensing agency. We have MPLC, motion picture licensing corporation. We have mechanical copyright protection society of Great Britain. We have PRS for music, formerly called MCPS PRS Alliance. So these are some of the collective societies listed under the European Union. Now I'm talking about the United States and Canada. Now, these people, they have a less restricting rule, unlike the European Union. Artists maintain their rights simultaneously with collecting societies, meaning you still have your rights and they also still manage it for you. Then public performance royalty and mechanical royalties are paid through different societies. As I explained, this is the difference between the European Union. The society for paying performance royalty is different, and the society for paying mechanical royalty is different. Society for paying digital performance is also different. So these are some of the things that are different with the United States. And as a Nigerian, you can register with them. I am actually registered with them. If you want more information, call the number I called earlier. So how royalty is being determined. In ASCAP, that's ASCAP and BMI, they use an undisclosed equation which tracks play counts to determine how much an artist will get from the total royalty collected. So they have a way that they do the calculation. But for CSAC, they use a scanning device that tracks the technological fingerprints of a song, which is more accurate. Now, I would actually advise everyone that has a song, if you're planning for your song to go global, except you just want your song to be in the locality, that's Nigeria or your state, but if you're planning for your song to go global, it's encouraged that you encode your songs. And so encoding your songs, if you're registered with CSAC, they can easily track your songs through the scanning device which they use, because it has a fingerprint. Encoding your song also, when your song is used on YouTube or any of those places, once someone else uses it, they would automatically inform the person that this song is the copyright of this particular person, and they will monetize it and you get your money. So these are part of the things that you enjoy from encoding your songs, which I'll be talking about later, how to encode your songs. So this is how they determine royalties for ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. ASCAP and BMI, they have their way they do it. CSAC, they use the scanning method to track the fingerprints of your song. So the example of collective societies in the US, there are three major collecting societies in the US. There's ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. ASCAP and BMI, ASCAP is not free, BMI is free for writers, CSAC is by invitation only. I'm registered to BMI. Then there's Sound Exchange. Okay, Sound Exchange is a digital royalty streaming platform, which songs that are being streamed online for your music, internet, radio, they actually pay through Sound Exchange. And so if your song is on Pandora, Spotify, and you're not registered to Sound Exchange, it means your money is going away. Then HFA is in charge of mechanical royalties, as I explained. So performance royalty is paid to ASCA, BMI, CSAC. Digital royalty is paid to Sound Exchange, and mechanical royalty is paid to HFA. So there's another body called Christian Copyright Licensing International. There's another one called Motion Picture Licensing Corporation. So one thing to note is that Sound Exchange pays monthly and BMI and the rest pay quarterly. So this is another thing to note. Then in Nigeria, which is our motherland, they have their copyright societies also, and they pay yearly. So there's the Audiovisual Rights Society of Nigeria, AVRS. There's the Copyright Society of Nigeria, CUSON. There's Reproduction Society Rights of Nigeria, REPRO-NIGE. And there's Musical Copyright Society of Nigeria, MCSN. So these are some of them in Nigeria. If you want to know how to register for your money in Nigeria, make sure you come for my workshop on the 8th of September in Abuja. Come for it. Send a text message to the number I called earlier, 08101659515, and reserve your seat so I can explain to you how to partake from this royalty in Nigeria and the royalty in other countries. What are the types of licensing fee? What type of licensing fees are called? What types? Okay, now there are different types of licensing fees which these people collect money from. They collect money for statutory compulsory licenses or copyright licenses. Now these are compulsory licenses. Once your songs are given out to the public, they can be collected by anybody to do a cover for it. You have no more control of it, so they can come pay for it, but you get the money for it. So if I want to do a cover of your song, they come, they collect, they pay the money and they collect the song and do the cover for it. They register it under the, that's when they're doing the copyright for the song, as I explained in my first and second class. You do the copyright for the sound recording part, not the musical part, that's the lyrics and the melody, because they are not the writers. So these are the differences. If you don't understand, go to my previous classes. I'm sure you would understand. Then there's also the voluntary license, and this has to do with sync licensing, which I'll be explaining later. This is one of the biggest ways to get money right now as a singer, synchronization licensing. So the owner, as I said, for this compulsory licensing cannot refuse, because it's already in public space, and so they would give a license and you get the alerts in your account. Now tomorrow I'll be discussing BMI, that's broadcasting that's Broadcast Music International. I'll be discussing it. If you want to know how to join, though I will discuss it, I will not discuss how to join it or the things they ask for and the requirements you need to get before trying to join it. So if you want, also come for my workshop. Thank you very much for joining me today. I know the class is short, but I purposely did it like this because I discovered I was giving too much information in previous classes and people were not following. So I want you to follow, so I'll give you bits and pieces. Now, there's something that is coming up and I would like you to join me. My album. I have the gospel album and I have the jazz album. This is the cover of the gospel album, and this is the cover of the jazz album. You can get them on iTunes, Amazon, Spirit Coco, SoundCloud. You can also go to my website www.julianaimam.com to get my songs. They will be ready on the 30th of August, that is tomorrow, and the link will also be placed below. So if you want my songs, go below, encourage me. My albums are really nice. There's the gospel, there's the jazz. If you like jazz, get the jazz album, Touch Your Soul Contemporary. If you like gospel, get the gospel album, Touch Your Soul. Then my workshop is on the 8th of September in Abuja. As I said, if you're interested to not just to know the practical, but to not just to know the theory, but know the practical on how to do this and the requirements for it. I can even help you. I can guide you. This will be on the 8th of September in Abuja. Call the number or send a text to the number on your screen: 08101 659515. My baby is making noise. Then also, if you have questions, put them down. I would answer them. If you have comments, also put it down. I'd like to know where you listened from. If you listen from Nigeria, if you listen from outside Nigeria, also put it. I'd like to know where you listened from. Then also please share with your friends. If you have any music friend that you think might benefit from this, share with them. If you have friends that are tired of being local and want to be global, share this with them. If you have people that have record labels and are not making money off their record labels, please share with them. Then I would like you to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. My songs are also there. You can also get my songs from my YouTube channel. And if you need private consultation, because some people have called me that they want to know certain things, and I said you have to wait until when I treat the topic, and some people cannot wait until I treat those topics. So if you want to privately consult for me to treat topics that I've not yet treated and tell you how to do it, maybe you have your album to release before this date of the workshop and you need to know how to go about it, call me on my number and I would book a class with you and teach you the ways to go about this. Then I would like to thank my partner, One Voice Africa. Thank you very much for partnering with me. Then tomorrow I'm talking about BMI, as I said, so join me and know about BMI. Thank you very much for listening. I told myself I can do it. I'm doing it. You can do it also. Bye. Make money off your music.